Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of these decks or all of these decks could be a story for you. So what I like to do is hold each deck up to the camera to see if it's resonating with you. So let's start with deck number one. Could your story be message or message be here in deck number one? Okay. Or would it be deck number two? Could your story or message be here in deck number two? I just noticed a black and gold theme going on. That was unintentional. All right, or could your story or message be here in deck number three? And I don't know why I felt like I saw seven. Could your message be here? So let's go ahead and get started here. Move my timer. All right. Thank all of you guys for your well wishes. I'm still healing, although I still think it's allergies. I don't know. Okay. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Four of Cups, Six of Cups, Four of Wands. Okay, so I'm feeling like maybe there have been emotional blockages, or someone has closed himself off to love, maybe because of a lack of trust. Oh, this is distracting. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, maybe there's been some sort of lack of trust between people that you know or people that you've had experiences with. Some of you are also maybe feeling like someone did not keep up their end of the bargain, or they did not keep up their promise. I also feel like someone's being ignored. So I don't know if you've been trying to get someone's attention, but they have been ignoring you, or if it's reversed. So, and I get that there's some sort of soulmate energy too. Maybe there has been a lot of reminiscing going on. And even though there's all these good feelings that are flowing, someone is just like, but I can't show it, or I don't want to, or I'm not ready. So even though there is mutual love around you guys, there's, this feeling of not wanting to show it for whatever reason. It could be a number of reasons. I feel like there's a lot of emotional things going on. At some point, someone may have given up or lost hope or faith, especially if someone was waiting. It's like, I'm just waiting for this person to talk to me. I just want them to open up to me. And it's like you just wait and wait and wait and feel like, well, you know what? I guess maybe there's nothing else for me to do. So, or I guess they'll never reach out to me. And so someone just feels like letting go and cutting their losses and just moving on. Now, I have mixed energies. So the Ten of Cups, although it's a beautiful card, in this situation, it may be indicating that something has reached its end, or something can go no further. It's like having some sort of happy ending. Usually if it's about a breakup, I feel that it's like no hard feelings. Like saying, well, irreconcilable differences, it is what it is. I'm not pointing the finger at you, nor are you pointing it at me. It just didn't work, and it's okay. We're good. We're happy. It was a nice run. So you might be letting go of any type of ideas that you had, or maybe you had always fantasized that you would have some sort of ideal relationship with this person, and maybe it's not supposed to be with this person, or maybe it's just not time, or maybe it's with someone else, but you just haven't realized it yet. Also, make sure that you're listening to your intuition, because some of you are maybe ignoring red flags. They're just not really believing what you're actually feeling. Like maybe spirit is trying to give you hope or a glimpse of hope, especially in dreams, but you're just kind of like, I don't believe it. Like, enough with the dreams. I'm tired of the dreams. I want something real. Now, like I said, it does look like there's some sort of changes going on in the home. I don't know if someone is coming to visit you, or you are going to visit someone in their home. I also feel like something very festive could be happening around the time of someone's birthday. So maybe these videos are the pick-a cards I consider to be timeless. Although I feel like I want, hopefully, some of these things to play out maybe 8 days, at least 8 days after viewing. So I was saying that to say that because within this time frame, if someone's birthday is coming up, it's possible that you could hear from someone around, Sagittarius season, or before, or by the end of Sagittarius season. Matter of fact, that does look like it's saying that maybe at the end of the month, or at the end of this season, there may be some project that you're picking up, or maybe you're going to hear from a person that you thought you weren't going to hear from. I feel like also something's being aligned cosmically so that you are able to finish where you left off, regardless if it's a person or some sort of project that you were working on. In the meantime, it does look like you're trying to focus on your coins. Some of you are trying to rebuild your credit. Some of you are feeling broke after the holidays, after you wave goodbye to everyone. It's just like, damn, all the food is gone, all the money is gone, all the link is gone. So you might be feeling like, oh man, I'm broke. But at the same time, you're too proud to ask for help or assistance. It's like, I'd rather apply for a loan, or I'd rather do this and that and figure things out on my own. So financially, you might be trying to reestablish your savings, especially if you had to dip into it during the holidays. I also got the image of somebody being prepared for childbirth. Like your home may be getting ready to expand, and it's like the baby's going to eat you out of house and home, or once the baby comes, you're going to need extra help, whether it's financially, or you need other hands or other eyes to help you around the house. So for some of you, you're maybe preparing your house, preparing to expand your home. Either because of a new child, new baby, or visitors. So I'm just kind of looking at this moment of giving up or walking away. You might decide that you're no longer happy at this part-time job. I think it's a part-time job. You might decide that you're not happy there, and you're like, you know what, it's not even worth it. Like, I'm trying to work 2 jobs and I don't see it, and I'm not seeing a difference, or I'm not seeing how this is helping. So you might decide to let go of that part-time job and just focus all on the one job. Or you might just be deciding to walk away from your current job because you're like, this doesn't pay enough. This isn't enough, or I don't get the attention that I deserve, or no one hears me. There is something going on with being ignored. It also could be your spirit guides trying to get your attention, or trying to urge you to do something, but you keep procrastinating or ignoring it. And maybe it's unintentional. Maybe it's just that you didn't recognize that your spirit guides were trying to help you out some type of way. Romantically, I feel that some of you are maybe not quite ready to get out there because you're still holding on to the past or someone who you feel like was your soulmate. And it's like they moved on, but I didn't. So it also could be something unrequited like that, where someone has happily moved on, but not you. You're like, wow, like you found love since we broke up, not me. Like I'm still waiting for, sorry, I ran out of space. So I was saying here that it feels like you are maybe just still waiting. And you're waiting for you're waiting to find your pie in the sky or your ideal relationship, but it hasn't happened yet. So there's a need for you to just be more patient with your situation. You're also probably letting go of what you initially believed was for you. Maybe it is in regards to the type of relationship. It's whatever it is, it's like this is attached to some sort of traditional practice or belief. Maybe you always wanted to be with another Christian or Muslim or a spiritual person. Or you wanted to have that home where, you know, someone comes home at the same time every day and they're like, honey, I'm home. You know, I mean, I know that's an old-fashioned way of thinking, which I did used to have those feelings before. Man, it's like now I get it. Shit's evolved. Although, and I'm not telling you that you don't have to believe in that anymore, but it does look like someone has given up on that traditional belief, that something that you held valuable to you about family, about income. So I feel like even it's not to say that you're not going to get that, but maybe you are just kind of coming to the realization that right now is something just isn't working. So it's just like, let me just let that all go. Because some people, if you are old fashioned, some people do get that life. You know, they get the person, the husband, it's just like, no, I want to be the provider. You can work if you want to, but I want to take care of the household, or, you know, I want you to feel happy and comfortable having children and not having to worry about going back to work after 3 months. You know, some people do get that. Some people don't. You know, so maybe there is a situation where you're having to accept your reality. Maybe you idealized a company. Maybe you always thought you would have this ginormous family, but you only ended up having 1 or 2 children. So I just overall feel like you are letting go of something that you were once holding on to. Now going back to a love situation, I'm getting like a lot of young energy, so I don't know if there's like an age difference. I'm also getting Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, maybe Capricorn, and maybe Taurus, and maybe with someone with Venus in Aries. But yeah, in a love situation, I'm feeling like someone is coming off as inadequate or not having enough. I don't know if you view them that way, or if they view them own selves that way, or if you view your own self that way. Someone still has some learning to do, some growing up to do, some maturing. Someone is just now learning how to speak about what they want. Someone is just learning how you have to go after what you want. So this is also about someone who's learning about how to follow their dreams, desires, goals, you know, and it's just like, I need to build up my willpower, or I need to believe in myself. So I feel that someone is picking themselves up and dusting themselves off and trying again, putting themselves back out there. This could be several failed dating attempts. several failed people who have reached out to you. Maybe the selection has been limited, or you're like, you know, these people that I'm meeting, I'm not feeling them. I'm starting to give up. I don't believe. So I feel like something does kind of shift or turn maybe by the end of the month where you're not feeling like that anymore. I do feel like you get inspired or you get your hopes back up. Let me look a little more at the Ten of Cups. Something may be going on with the child. I'm starting to get that spirit child energy. So I don't know if there is a child wanting to incarnate through you. I also get this as spiritual messages, or not spiritual messages, listening to your intuition, but maybe spiritual messages, but maybe it's something about listening to your intuition about something. Maybe something's trying to get your attention here. I think you're going to have options in love. Even though you've been disappointed with previous offers, I feel like there is another offer coming to the table. But it's different from what you imagined. Something isn't going to be what you imagined to be. Eventually, I do feel like you're going to be happy. I'm feeling like there's some sort of soulmate energy out there for you. Maybe you find your soulmate. Maybe you find yourself again. So there is some sort of emotional, not turmoil, but transformation that you might be going through. It does look like here something ended, but it deals with your thoughts or your beliefs here that came to an end. Now, also might be about cutting off communication, like you haven't heard from someone or you stopped talking to them. I feel like there's going to be a breakthrough and you're going to have clarity. You're going to be excited or inspired about love again, or about your passions. Maybe you're going to feel very creative. So I do feel like you're taking your power back. But it requires patience and you understanding your own self and your own love language. I feel like you're going to set boundaries with someone. But I want to say like little Scorpio for some reason. All right, let me look at the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is indicating some sort of delays. I think because you're kept waiting for something, you take it to be rejection. You just take it to be over. You're like, I guess that's over. Like, I'm not getting a response. I never got, sorry, but we've decided to move with another candidate email. I put myself on a line. I opened up and expressed myself and I never got a response back. So I feel like what's happening is that someone is isolated, introverted, hermit mode, and someone is not, I feel like it's not really personal, although it could be. I feel like it's more so about someone going through their own thing. And they're like, I'm in no condition to open up and communicate right now. I'm just not there. So I don't want to do a disservice to this person. I'm just going to keep my distance, or I'm going to wait until I'm ready or have clarity. Yeah, so this waiting period will come to an end, and I feel like that will happen in Capricorn season, which is anywhere between December 23rd to June 20th. So I feel like there's something that could change. There's a need for you to also confront your fears in the meantime, or your anxieties. Someone is in denial. Some of you are having some sort of unusual dreams, or you're waking up at the same time every night. And you're like, why am I waking up at the same time? And I feel like because Spirit is trying to get your attention. You know what weird happened to me? I was taking a nap one day, and in the dream, I guess it was like near the end of the dream, the song Where is Thumpkin was playing in my head, like, where is Thumpkin, where is Thumpkin, here I am. But it was more of the French version with the different French lyrics. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, whatever. They were asking, like, where's Brother John? And I was like, well, now why is that song in my mind? And that name Jacques, or I guess that's how I'm probably butchering it, but you know, the name Jacques just kind of kept standing out to me. But either way, I looked it up and saw that that song was made in reference to some monk who had fallen asleep and needed to, he was late, and they were trying to find him so that he could ring the church bells or something. And that it was just weird because the true meaning is, you know, I was taking a nap. And so that song woke me up. It's like, where's John? Where's John? And I was just like, who's calling me? You know, after I read the meaning, I was like, was someone trying to call me? Was someone trying to get my attention? So I thought that was very unusual. So I don't know if you could be experiencing some sort of unusual dreams, or you feel like there are some sort of messages in your dreams. Yeah, I love piecing together like weird puzzles like that. So I feel too that whatever you could have been holding on, you could have been holding on to something that was dead weight. And the minute you drop that dead weight, like, your spirits are lifted. It's going to lift your spirits. You're going to have a positive outlook. Things are going to change. It could be a relationship that you feel is dead weight. It could be that job. It could be just someone in your life draining you emotionally. It could be something spiritually draining you. Whatever it is, I feel like once that energy is released, you're going to feel much better. Yeah. Let me look at one last thing. This little messenger, this little Page of Cups messenger. For some of you, your child is ready to move out. Or maybe you are someone young in your 20s, and you're just, although 20s is still like young, you're wanting to move out on your own. So something does indicate maybe a water sign. Something is also indicating all things water. Like maybe there's that spirit child thinking that you're nurturing, wanting to incarnate through you. Maybe you've been thinking about children. If it's not about children, for those of you that don't want children, or you're just beyond childbearing years, is still about needing to trust your intuition, having to trust people, having to be ready for love again, having to go after your dreams and not be afraid to chase them. Like you're being urged to do something, but you have to listen quietly. It's like because it's coming from the inside, or the answers are coming from within. Yeah, there's an opportunity. Ooh, look at the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, 9 months. Something is dealing with a pregnancy. Someone also wants confirmation about something. Maybe someone's waiting on a pregnancy test, or news about your child, or your child brings you good news. There may be some sort of offering of apology made, and I see forgiveness. I feel like someone still cares about you. This is for those of you that were dealing with someone who you still kind of long for. Of course, you're not longing for a toxic person. So I'm not saying that you're longing for someone that was bad for you. But I feel like for some of you, you're longing for someone and they feel the same way. They've just been quiet and reserved. And at some point, someone, when they're ready, they're going to reveal or express their feelings for you. This can also play out the other way. So yeah, I feel like you're going to be inspired again. You're going to have hope. It may also take a child to bring something to your attention. Your child, the answer could be in a child. Yours or somebody else's. Your child might be the one to get you to realize something. I also feel like there is someone being asked out or invited to something, but they may turn it down. So you might turn down someone's invitation, or someone might turn down your invitation. And it could be just because you waited too late. Like this person wanted to go and they're like, man, had you asked like 2 days ago, I could have made it, or I could have said yes. So someone also may have let something slip through their fingers by waiting too long or procrastinating. So make sure you're listening to your intuition. All right, so on to deck number 2. We have the 7 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, the God of Wands, 5 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Oh, I just saw 333 my time. I don't know if that's significant for you. Oh, can't see it. 333. Central issue, we have the 8 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the 2 of Swords. Okay, so I feel like someone is not wanting to make a decision because it's so difficult. It's like, who do I choose? Who is my favorite? What is my favorite? I feel like you're really torn. And you are not wanting to make the wrong decision. I'm also getting a situation where something is being kept hidden, like some sort of documents, some sort of official documents. I don't know if it's a passport. I don't know if it's schoolwork. Someone might be hiding their schoolwork, or someone may be avoiding grading papers, or I don't know, especially if you're like a teacher, because I'm getting things dealing with institutions as well. So teachers, doctors, people who work in a court of law, colleges, like I'm getting that type of energy. There also may have something's going on with the government agency. I don't know if you work at a government agency and you work in a department where you're having to keep quiet, or you deal with secret or hidden information. I see you being initiated. So this could be in a spiritual sense, like you're having some sort of spiritual initiation, or it can be in a, what do you call it? Oh, like a job situation where you went and interviewed, but now the employer is having to make a decision between you and another candidate. I feel like you are evolving, and you have definitely been honing your gifts or your talents. You might get hired for something, or you might get contracted for something. I feel like you're going to gain valuable things. You're going to gain followers. You're going to gain money. Hopefully it's not gaining weight unless you want to, but it does look like some sort of gains. Some of you may also be very focused on material things, things that you find very valuable. I feel like you're also needing to make some sort of sacrifice, but you don't want to. You're like, I want to hold on to all of it. I can make it work. Someone feels like they can make something work. It's like there's a solution to everything. I'm a problem solver. Just bring it here. So I feel like someone feels as if there's an answer or solution to everything. And I feel like there's this desire not to give up. So I feel like there's a need for you to stop and smell the roses if you've been working too much, if you've been overly exerting yourself on something. You might be focusing too hard on something. Your eyes might need a rest. Maybe you've been reading too much, and it's like, you know, man, that's good that you're reading, but those eyes need a break or need a rest. And then also I feel like you might be in a period of time where there's some sort of transition happening. So things seem quiet or stagnant. You know how they say it's quiet before the storm. So I feel like you're in a quiet space right now. You're preparing for something to manifest or something to come into fruition. It can indicate that something's taking forever to manifest, but you just have to have patience. Some of you are maybe feeling like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, or like you can't win for losing. There's some sort of struggle, or there's a need to stabilize something in your life. I don't know if your love life is unstable, your finances especially, or your spirituality. I feel like something is off-centered. And I also feel like you keep changing your goals. It's like let's say you have a vision board. It's like you keep going back to the vision board and rewriting it or changing it drastically. Maybe because you're like, oh, maybe I, envisioned the wrong thing, or I need to keep changing this. So you might be erasing something over and over again, or scratching something out. I feel like if you keep redoing your vision board, that you really need to stop and focus on exactly what it is that you want to manifest. Maybe you have to focus, instead of making long-term goals, make short-term goals. Like, where do I see myself a year from now? What do I expect to manifest in love, finances, health, and spirituality? Like, you need to prioritize and break things down, and then just focus on those small goals. Because maybe you're trying to take on too much. I feel like you're juggling. Now, in a love situation, I feel like someone's way preoccupied with their business or their career to give you the type of attention that you're wanting. You might be feeling sad every now and then, or like breaking down, or going through your little moment, maybe because of a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or maybe Gemini or Virgo or Taurus. Yeah, it looks like maybe someone keeps letting you down. It's like you keep letting me down, or you keep changing your mind, or you keep canceling our plans. This can even be at work. Like I said, you keep promising me that position and it's come and gone, or you keep giving it to other people. I keep asking, you keep interviewing me and asking me the same questions, and you know me, but you keep giving this job to someone else. So someone is feeling like disappointed or hurt in regards to their career or love, maybe, and then maybe spirituality. All of this has happened to help you let go of something. Like you were in a position or a situation where you felt stuck, but maybe you weren't doing anything about it. So at some point, I feel like something makes a decision for you. It's like a tower moment. So something makes a decision for you, and then it comes to an end. You might grieve over it. It might hurt a little bit, but it's like you had to let go. But here we have rebirth. That butterfly is sprouting out. You may not have realized that you've been in a cocoon state. Who knows what caterpillars are thinking about when they're all webbed up in that membrane or whatever it is. But let's just say you are like that. You know, I feel like there are births upon births, or births within births within births, if that makes sense for you. Which also makes me think of the Fibonacci sequence. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like going all out. Okay, so yeah, just like your birth into this world, it's like the minute you breathe life, so do your cells. Like something's taking place inside of your body, something's giving birth inside of your body. From that cell, there's another cell. It's like I don't know if you've ever seen those videos where it looks like it goes into the pupil of the eye, and it's like the closer you get, it transforms into something else, and after that there's something else. You know, so I'm just kind of getting that effect. Like you've been in some sort of cocoon state, but you just didn't realize it, but you're about to awaken to a new way of consciousness, a new way of thinking. You're going to view people differently. You're going to view your career differently. So all growth is painful, but I feel like whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that's what's going to happen to you. You're ready for something to be over with. Now, also on a mundane level, some of you might be hurting because you feel, or you're crying because you hurt your back. Maybe you've been having really bad back pain or even migraines. That something happening to your body where you feel like your body is betraying you. That might be for some of you that are getting older. It's like no one talks about when you hit that 40 mark. It's like, damn, like I'm feeling all these weird pains. Like what's going on? So you might be feeling like your body betray you. And then, like I said, in a love situation, it's just some sort of maybe disappointment and maybe having to let someone go. Let me look at this 5 of Cups here. No, let me look at the 10 of Swords. I feel like some of you are just waiting for something to come to an end. You're like, I can't fight anymore. I'm just going to hide out until it's all over. I feel like this is some sort of emotional breakdown, but it's like the last one for a while. You could have been also crying over a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Maybe you feel like this person left you or abandoned you. I feel like you're being asked to toughen up or to pick yourself up and keep going. It's like you can't just stop here. This makes me think when you've been hiking or you've been trying to change your life or push through something and you just kind of like fall out, and then your support team comes up behind you like, we're not stopping here. Get up. Let's go. Keep moving. So I feel like after some sort of initial breakdown, you're going to pick yourself back up and keep going. Be careful about your car. I feel like it's low on some sort of fluid. So that might be gas fluid. It might be, I feel like it's leaking some sort of fluid. So make sure to check it out or put it in a garage or something. I feel like something's going to be restored. Especially, okay, so either you're going to get a new vehicle or like the universe is going to bless you. Maybe you thought you couldn't get a credit, the right type of credit for a car, and you get it. Maybe you felt like you didn't have enough money, but someone helps you or just buys it for you, or someone, they work with you or work out a special deal. So I feel like for some of you, you might actually get a new car. Regardless, if you're like, well, I don't see how that's going to happen. It's not for you to know how. It just will with the star here. Now, those of you that, you know, this is dealing more on an emotional level, I feel like because of past hurt, because you've been so sensitive, you're feeling like, okay, this, next time I enter a relationship, I'm going in like this so that I won't hurt anymore. And the universe, I feel like, is saying, no, that's not the way it works. Like, in order to receive love, you have to be open and willing to receive it. And then in return, you give it back. But, you know, you can't just barge into a relationship like, love me, love me, love me. It's like, no, it takes two to tangle. So yeah, for some of you, you are being introduced or aligned to some sort of significant love interest, but after some sort of emotional ending or any type of ending. Like you're being blessed with some sort of new option or opportunity. Okay, so I also feel that someone that you have been not talking to, the two of you miss each other and have been communicating telepathically or through dreams. But I get it. That's not enough. It's like I need like some proof. But right now, that's all you're getting is metaphysical communication. But I feel like after some sort of initial disappointment or after something comes to an end, that is when new love can arrive. So let me also just kind of look at the Seven of Pentacles. Someone is having a hard time expressing the fact that they miss you or that they're hurting. Whether it's you, maybe you are having a hard time expressing yourself. Okay, so Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. You're waiting. This is a time of patience. This is a time to deflect your energy from whatever it is you've been focused on. I feel like you need a break from trying to make something manifest or waiting for something to manifest. I also feel like I said earlier about taking an assessment of the things that are important to you. Maybe you're having to downsize some type of way. Maybe you can't have Starbucks lattes every day. Maybe you have to cut it out to just twice a week. Maybe you're trying to figure out ways of saving money. Now, I also feel that you or someone who's watching you is thinking long and hard about pursuing you and wondering if it's going to be worth their time and energy to enter a relationship, and maybe especially with you for whatever reason. I feel like someone is also, again, just waiting for a response and feeling bored. Like, I've been waiting. How much longer do I have to wait to hear a response? So it could be in regards to love or career or any type of legalities. Maybe you made a deal with a lawyer and they're doing their lawyer stuff. And it's like, did you hear anything? Like, what's the verdict? So I feel like you guys are, the Seven of Pentacles is mainly about waiting for some sort of information to be released or waiting for something to be revealed. Maybe you just took a pregnancy test and you know how it's best to just walk away. You might just be staring at it. So by you staring at something makes the results seem like it's longer. So let go of all of that. There is someone making plans, but they're just waiting for the right time. Romantically, someone wants to approach you, but you know, the timing isn't right. So as soon as this person has some free time, they'll be reaching out to you or communicating with you. Yeah, you could definitely be dealing with an entrepreneur or someone who's self-employed. All right, so those are the messages for deck number 2. Let's move on to deck number 3. I hope the music isn't disturbing. My son's producing. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles, Princess of Swords, Six of Wands, Prince of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Central issue, we have the Three of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Five of Swords. So I feel like someone wants to call truce. Someone is like, okay, no more fighting. Let's just love again. Let's be friends again. So there could have been a lot of pain in the past. Maybe hurtful things were said. Could have been some sort of arguments. But I feel like there was something going on where, you know, this is that energy where no one's willing to compromise. No one's willing to reach out to the other person. You know, both people are like, no, you need to call me. You need to call me. You need to call me. You know, and it's just that type of petty energy. Two people who are pulling apart from each other, even though they still care about each other. So I feel like something intercepts, something intervenes. I don't know what happens, but I feel like something comes in between that energy to make a reconciliation possible. Maybe someone speaks on your behalf. Maybe it's a situation where your friend is like, give me the phone, I'll text them for you, blah, 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 blah. And it's like you feel semi-better because technically you didn't write the text, but you're kind of glad that your friend took it in there, took it upon themselves to do it. So it could be something like that. And then now the ball is rolling again. In job, I feel, or career in job, I feel that if there was any miscommunication, if there was any type of hostility at the workplace, that either you decided to cut ties because you're like, I can never win at this place, or they're never going to give me what I asked for. So either you decided to let go of that job, or something happened where a new position was offered and at a new place and you took it. So maybe you left the job. I'm sorry, a new position came in the same company, but you know, different department or something, and I feel like you take it because the other way things were going out, the way things were going previously, it just wasn't working. I feel like you're gonna be happy. I feel like there are things that you are developing here. Something's growing and developing. Something's getting stronger. So I feel like some sort of roots are being established. Strong roots are being established. Maybe you're laying down some sort of new foundation in a friendship or something romantic. But yeah, I feel like strong roots are being established. Something significant is going on with the sun, the placement of the sun too. So I don't know if this is talking about the sun in your chart or if it's talking about some sort of upcoming transit within the next 8 days. Could be significant for you. Or something on the 8th. December 8th might be significant for you. So here I feel like there is going to be communication from someone, but it's still coming off as a little guarded or hostile. Someone feels like they have to be this way. They're like, I have to be this way so that this person will respect me. I have to talk in this tone, or I have to behave in this way. So I feel like someone is doing something to try and demand respect or trying to prove a point. I still feel like communication skills need to be developed. Now, speaking of communication skills, some of you may be writers and working on like a project. I feel though you're going to have a lot of support with whatever it is that you go towards. Yeah, I feel like you're going to have either new clients, new followers, just recognition from work. If it's a love interest, I feel like it could be jealousy that triggers someone, but because of someone's jealousy, they start giving you the attention that you are wanting or you feel like you deserve. Yeah, someone is coming to you with their cup, the Prince of Cups. So someone is coming towards you romantically and expressing how they feel about you. You could end up having entering a business partnership with someone. Maybe you guys are developing things together, like developing real estate. And then I have 6-6 out. So for some of you, I feel that something's being balanced out with you and other people, or you and one person in particular. Things are being balanced out. You are going to get whatever support that you're needing or asking for. We go from that 5 of Swords energy to the 6 of Pentacles. So I do feel like there's going to be forgiveness. People are going to be able to talk things out. I feel like justice will be served. Something may go in your favor. I also feel like when someone has is going to get the confidence to approach you or speak to you. I've been getting a lot of pages throughout the reading, so I'm feeling like either there are age gaps, or you work around or deal with a lot of younger people. There's a lot of younger people around you, or you yourself need to continuously work on improving yourself in all areas in life. All right, so let me look at what I want to look at first. I'm going to look at the 8 of Pentacles first. I feel like if you've been dating, you're going to meet some people that you have common interests with and mutual attraction with. I see you showing resistance, or this is dealing with 8, so 8 is significant. Something's been taking a long time to develop because it takes discipline. Something's going to take a long time because of that. So it's like, yeah, you need discipline. So either it's discipline for eating habits. It's either discipline for to have a stable relationship. It might be discipline in some sort of spiritual practices, but I feel like you're having to turn down some things because it takes discipline. So you're having to say no. You might have to learn when to say no. I also see someone has been making plans, especially like an ex. Maybe they're planning on communicating. I feel like somebody's still thinking about the other person, but just not saying anything about it. There could be two air signs coming together, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Or maybe there's something going on with the Leo and an air sign. And then there's just a need to let your guards down. So you and your love interest may both be guarded towards each other, but it's like in order for anything to move forward or evolve, you have to let your guards down. So it could be a new environment, a new person, or it could be someone from the past. It doesn't matter. Even if you're meeting someone new, it could be that you're resisting from falling in love, or you're trying to because you were hurt in the past. But I feel like there's a need for you to let your guards down. And that similar message came out in, I guess that was the second reading. How you can't just go into a relationship expecting that you're not going to get hurt. It's like, and not saying that, I don't want to put the message out there. I'm not trying to say that relationships hurt. It's just that some people are feeling like I'm going to get hurt, so they want to go into a relationship guarded. And it's like, no, you can't go into a relationship feeling guarded. You have to go into a relationship with open arms, ready to give and ready to receive. So maybe there's some sort of trust that needs to be worked on. For some of you, there's someone who's been holding out, waiting for you. So let's say you're in a long distance relationship and it's just like, oh, I can't wait for us to see each other again. And the both of you have been really turning down offers and trying to reserve yourself, all that energy for the one person that you do love, for your soulmate. I just keep getting forgiveness. And I also got a situation where maybe someone's getting out of jail and they're like, as soon as I get out, it's on and popping, we getting it in. So I feel like someone is trying to hold it down for another person. I hope I don't sound loopy. I know I took some Benadryl. It's working a little bit. My nose is just clogged. Let me see what this Six of Pentacles is about. Yeah, see, someone doesn't want to be fair. Someone is being selfish or standoffish or guarded, and this is saying, hey, you've got to, in order to receive, you got to give. This can even, it doesn't just have to be about love. It just has to be about, if you are wanting someone to treat you right, then you have to treat them right. If you're going to be closed off, then other people are going to be closed off towards you. So it might be a situation where people are reflecting what's going on within you. If people seem cold or distant, it might be because you're coming off as cold or distant. So I just kind of feel like there may be a need for you to check yourself. If that's you, it might be someone around you. I still say if this is like between friends or lovers, I feel like there still needs to be mutual adjustments. You be the bigger person, especially if you feel like you're the one that's spiritually aware, then you be the bigger person. I'm not telling you to pursue someone, but let's just say someone does reach out to you and they're just like, hey, you know, they're trying to test the waters to see if it's okay to talk to them. You might be like trying to put up a wall, like, no, I don't want to give in to them. Maybe saying, hey, just take, you know, let the wall down, kind of see where it's going. Now, I feel like I always have to express that I'm not talking about a toxic relationship. I'm not telling you to let your guards down for somebody that was abusive or very mean to you. I'm talking about some other, I don't know what the situation could be, but just a lighter situation where maybe for whatever reason you're guarded towards this person or there was a lack of trust. Maybe it's saying that's because you had a lack of trust. So there may be a need to give something a chance. And then here, see, there is some sort of offering coming in. Now, real estate wise, or those of you that are moving and establishing a new home somewhere, I feel that if there is something that you see that you really like, you're going to try and lock it down. You're like, okay, what do I need to do to lock it down so that nobody else can see this house, or so that no one else can come in after me and buy this this condo or this apartment? Like, what do I need to do? So I feel like that is something that you're doing. You're making some sort of payment so that you can for someone to hold on to something for you. Or it also could be about layaway, like you're putting clothes in layaway for the holiday, and it could be a surprise. I also feel like if someone needs a favor, like you're being asked to just, you know, do the favor. I know it all depends on everyone's situation, but I kind of feel like it's saying, hey, you're being too close, close, keeping your hand closed too tight. You're being a tightwad or whatever the case. So open your hand, open your heart a little more. I feel like you're also waiting for someone to prove to you that they're into you, or prove to you that they care about you. But there is someone who you've been very guarded towards, and I feel like there's a need for you guys to balance that out, make it work, forgive each other. All right, so those are the messages. Like I said, I hope it wasn't too loopy. But feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.